It is the 5th of January, the year 2024. A bulletin that 2025. Why am I thinking about 2024? Is it because Manchester seem to be losing? I don't know about that, but it's 5th of January 2025. We're glad that you tuned to KUTV Weekend Live this night. Our reporters have been up and about, interacting with different issues and different people, and they have brought you different stories tonight. Here are the top ones. Gachagua raises alarm over reactivation criminal gang known to have terrorized Mount Kenya in the past. President Ruto champions peace in Rift Valley amid political term limit debates. Embu leaders condemn rising political intolerance, citing incidents of public disruption during events. And Kindiki denies alleged rift between him and President Ruto, saying he was on vacation. This is Weekend Live with Mutegi K. Martin. And Lucy Kiaria joins us in the sign language interpretation tonight. Welcome to the broadcast. Now, a day after former Murang'a County Governor Mwangi wa Iria accused former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua of starting a rebel group in the Mount Kenya region by the name Itugati, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has now raised concerns over what he terms as reactivation of a criminal gang that in the past has been a thorn in the flesh of residents in the mountain region. While speaking in Nyeri County during the Guardian Angels Tetu Catholic Church service earlier today, Gachagua further called on Mukurweini MP John Kagushia to take action and ensure that a letter is written to the International Criminal Court ICC implicating the government for sponsoring the gang to terrorize and commit crimes against humanity.
5 days after the former Mungiki leader Maina Njenga publicly declared support for President William Ruto's government in Nyeri, the former deputy president has stirred controversy by alleging that his successor, Kithure Kindiki, is reviving a criminal gang that is known to have previously tormented Mount Kenya region in a bid to force the mountain to support President William Ruto. Gachagua made these allegations while attending a Sunday service at the Guardian's Angels Tetu Catholic Church in Nyeri County, where he accused the government of supporting a notorious gang in the mountain. Gachagua has now called for the prosecution of the gang at the International Criminals Court ICC.
The same gang leader ametafutwa na serikali na ameletwa hapa to force the people of this region to accept the president and his deputy. Wamekuja hapa 31st. Huyo kiongozi ametangaza mchana that amepewa kazi na serikali ya kuzunguka katika mlima Kenya to force the people to accept the president and his deputy and to escort the leaders ambayo wamekataliwa na watu wakuje mashinani. And I think, Honorable Kagushia, you must get a team of lawyers and document the atrocities that were committed by that criminal gang against the people in the 90s, because those were crimes against humanity, and start engaging the International Criminal Court.
Gachagua's claims comes a day after the former Murang'a governor Mwangi wa Iria accused Gachagua of forming a dangerous group by the name Itugati, a name associated with the Mau Mau group, which Mwangi wa Iria claims has been threatening leaders and citizens who do not support Gachagua.
Kama mtu ana ujasiri wa siasa, basi aude chama, iwe ni chama. Lakini sasa ameunda muungano ambao umepewa jina ya wale ambao walikuwa wanachinja wasungu wakati huo. Ni nani anachinjwa kwa sasa? Ni vita gani hiyo wanataka kupigana sasa? Style ya ile vita ambayo ilikuwa inapiganwa wakati huo, wakati ambapo watu wa kanisa ambao walikuwa wanasemekana wanaungana na wasungu wakati huo ili kuleta kanisa, walikuwa wanachinjwa.
That gang, Father, descended on the people of this region with brutal efficiency. They beheaded people, circumcised our women, raped our daughters, defiled our children, extorted money from bus stops, demanded money for dowry, collected money kwa duka. They caused chaos in this region.
Gachagua did not fail to continue with his criticism of the government in regards to the abductions of government critics today.
We would like to ask our leaders, waheshimu wa Kenya. Kwa sababu Father Patrick, saa ile viongozi wanasimama kusema ati vijana wetu ndio wanajiteka nyara. Sasa mili imepatikana 3. Sasa wewe ulisema vijana wanajiteka nyara. Unataka kutuambia ya kwamba hao vijana wamejiteka nyara, wamejiua na wamejitupa kwa mtaro?
As Kenyans question whether Gachagua's claims about the return of the dangerous gang in the mountain or Mwangi wa Iria's allegation about the establishment of the Itugati gangs are true or false, Gachagua has urged the church to continue criticizing the government. Blue Smile Hassan, Primetime News, KUTV.
And President William Ruto has lauded the ongoing peace efforts in Elgeyo Marakwet and West Pokot counties, attributing the success to various local leaders, including the Council of Elders and religious groups. Speaking at Kerio Valley Interdenominational Prayer Service today, the president emphasized his commitment to ensuring lasting peace across the nation.
During an interdenominational service at Kerio Valley, President William Ruto praised the remarkable strides made towards restoring peace in the Rift Valley, particularly in Elgeyo Marakwet and West Pokot counties. He acknowledged the efforts of local leaders such as the Council of Elders and religious figures for their role in fostering unity and peace in the region.
Ambapo miaka chache iliyopita tulikuwa na milio ya risasi, tulikuwa na machozi ya maafa, tulikuwa na matatizo mengi. Leo kwa ushuhuda ya viongozi wa hapa na wananchi wa hapa, tumekuja kumshukuru Mungu kwa amani imepatikana Kerio Valley.
The president also commended the police officers for their dedication to the country's security, despite recent allegations of involvement in abductions. President Ruto reiterated his strong resolve for peace across the entire nation, affirming that his government will continue to focus on transforming Kenya and eliminating the divisive forces of the past.
Hapo sehemu kidogo imebaki. Nataka niwaambie wa Kenya tuwe na imani. Roma haikujengwa siku moja. Kwa hatua tutakomboa nchi yetu na tuwe na amani kila sehemu ya Kenya. Pia tunasherehekea ushindi mkubwa tuliopata kama taifa. Kwa zile changamoto nyingi zilikuwa zinatukaba na kutukumba kama taifa.
However, the event also witnessed political tensions as Baringo MP William Kamket made controversial remarks about extending President Ruto's term in office. Kamket, referring to the long tenure of former President Daniel Moi, warned that if critics continue to target the president, they might push for a longer term. This sparked a response from Kapseret MP Oscar Sudi, who quickly dismissed Kamket's statements, emphasizing that the president will serve only the terms allowed by the constitution.
Unajua rais pia umenikosea kidogo. Ile siku nyingine ulitangaza waziri, nilikuwa nafikiri unasema Kipchumba Sudi. Kumbe akakuwa Kipchumba Murkomen. Angenipatia hiyo docket hiyo ya usalama siku 3 peke yake. Na mtu asikutisha rais. Unajua mimi nasikia, mimi naona yule mtu tulifukuza baada anaongea hapo, Mwingine anasema sijui nini hapo. Mai kuona nchi yenye mtu anaenda tamu moja.
Watu, Your Excellency, ambaye waliua watu, ambao walifanya program ya kumaliza watu, na ambao walikuwa wanaongozwa na huyu Natembea. Na ndio kiongozi wao ni former deputy president mwenye alikuwa anapanga kupindua serikali. Sasa hiyo group, wacha niwaambie, we have no time for you. How come sahi amani iko pande hii? It is because the current administration has put in the right measures.
This is not the first time such discussions have emerged, with Nandi Senator Samson Cherargei previously proposing a bill to extend the presidential term. Political analysts view this move as efforts to gauge public opinion on the matter. Brenda Nyongesa, KUTV.
Leaders and residents of Embu County have raised concerns over the increasing cases of political intolerance in the region, citing incidents of public heckling and disruption during key events. Leaders have warned that the trend could tarnish Embu's image, deter visitors, and derail vital development projects. Political lobbyist Kiragasha Mwaniki condemned the disruptions, urging residents to embrace civility and accusing some politicians of orchestrating the chaos to undermine the president's administration. Community leader Gikundo alleged that paid outsiders were used to create disorder, causing former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua of sowing divisions.
They were the same leaders who organized the shouting down of the president during the inauguration of the Catholic bishop. Na hawa viongozi tunafaa tuambie ya kwamba we elected them so that they represent us at the table where development is shared, not in corners where violence and disrespect is organized. Na tunataka kusema hawa viongozi hatutakubali tena ya kwamba hapa Embu tutakuwa tunapanga maandamano, tunakuwa tunapanga vita ya kumtusi rais yule ambaye tunamtegemea atuletee maendeleo. It is unacceptable that leaders who are elected to represent us, leaders that are elected to bring us development, are the same ones that are bringing us down. It is clear these actions are going to deny us development going forward. And we as a people of Embu are going to stand our ground and say that going forward, we will not allow leaders to be the ones who are manipulating the people and organizing violence and denying us the development that we deserve.
Akiona ya kwamba hapa Embu, mahali yalikuwa yeye alikuja akasema wakati nilikuwa napiga siasa nikisikia nimefinyika kabisa nilikuwa nakuja hapa Embu. Sasa akiona hiyo Embu hiyo iliyokuwa inampatia mahali pa kulala na iliyokuwa inampatia maneno ya kumtuliza, hiyo Embu sasa ndio iko kabisa imefinya kabisa. The president should know that yeye mwenyewe akae chini ajiulize ni nini anafanya kisichotakikana na wananchi.
Deputy President Kithure Kindiki has today publicly reprimanded the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua for what he termed as political incitement and empty noise. And as our senior political reporter James Baraka now reports, Kindiki spoke during a Thanksgiving service at the Full Gospel Church in Kamumu, Mbeere North, denying a possible rift between him and President Ruto, despite the widespread rumors claiming that he was just on vacation.
Just after apologizing on behalf of the politicians who seemingly shifted the Thanksgiving service to a political battleground,
kwa mambo mengi ambayo yameongewa hapa ambayo hayaambatani na kutoa shukrani, I want to apologize.
Deputy President Kithure Kindiki boldly walked on the same path.
Mimi heshima zote nimekupatia, but you must also respect me.
Sharply reprimanding former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua for what he termed as political incitement and empty noise.
Uwezi kuwa kama kiongozi, kazi yako ni kusikiza raia vile wanasema, alafu unalia pamoja na raia. Umewasaidia na nini? Alafu unachemusha raia, unawachochea, unawaweka mori, unawaweka hasira na hauna solution. Mungu hawezi kubariki akupatie kazi ya kusaidia wa Kenya. Alafu unaiwachilia, unaidunisha, inakuwa tu ni kazi ya uchochezi na kazi ya kusurura hapo na kutukana watu wale wengine. Why are you making noise now?
Speaking during the Thanksgiving service at the Full Gospel Church in Kamumu, Mbere North, the second-in-command unapologetically criticized Gachagwa's frequent remarks of listening to the ground.
Don't tell us you're listening to the ground and doing nothing about it. Tell us you've listened to the ground and this is the solution to what the ground is doing.
On their part, Kindiki allies could not at all hold their breath on the impeached deputy president, as many of them came out boldly responding back to Gachagwa's previous sentiments.
Sasa nyinyi wabunge, how foolish can you be?
Ukiita wabunge wa Embu wajinga, umetuita sisi wote wajinga. Na utajiita wajinga, umetuita ile watu walichagua sisi wajinga. Sababu hatukujipeleka bunge, tulipelekwa na wananchi in their own wisdom.
Yule ambaye amezoea kutusi watu, vile ndugu yangu Kiboreka amesema, sasa amefika ile wakati, unajua hata ukipigwa ngumi kuna ile kitu inaitwa acceptance stage. Kama mimi nimetoka Mathira na ninafuata huyu Kithure Kindiki na Rais William Ruto, nyinyi mtaenda kutafuta watu wengine, mtafuta ya kina nani?
Additionally, Kindiki took the opportunity to address the circulating rumors of a possible rift between him and the head of state, hinting that he was just on a short vacation.
Mimi nasema nafurahia nimerudi kwa katika ile kazi ambayo sasa nimepewa. Likizo yangu ilikuwa ya siku 15 hivyo, imeisha. Sasa ni kibarua.
The second in command's bold resurfacing to the public after a notable absence for about 2 weeks continues to attract attention this year, especially after many leaders continue to promise that 2025 will be a year of change.
So watch this space.
James Baraka for KUTV.
Thank you, James Baraka, and that story leads us to our first break right here on KUTV Weekend Live. We'll be back in just about a bit. Keep it here.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
The Bible says, when he spoke, then he spoke a parable to them, that men always ought to pray and not lose heart.
Christ says, I stand in the door and I knock. Whoever hears my voice and opens, I will dwell with him.
Like the moon, I will fade, but like the star, I will rise again. And though I fall, be rest assured that I will rise again.
Go to the hospitals, tell them that God will heal them. Go to the prisons, tell them that they'll be free. Go to the crusades and tell people that Christ is coming, and sooner than the word itself, the second advent is imminent.
Imagine a world where you are empowered to take charge of your health, where you are well informed about the latest advancements in healthcare and understand the policies that impact your well-being. Get ready to take charge of matters your health as we bring you a blend of weekly health features that engage professionals from across various medical fields.
When do you decide as a patient, do I need to go see the doctor? We are at a stage where we are seeing all this manner of chronic illnesses and we wait until we get a disease and then is when we go ahead.
From the most mundane to the complexities that perhaps seem overwhelming, we got you covered.
In terms of the factors that might be attributed, there are hereditary factors that means it could be genetic, so that's one factor. But there are other factors as well, like nutritional deficiencies. So some vitamins such as folate have been identified to be a factor in those. So
our mission is to break down intricate health topics into understandable and actionable insights. Join me, Yvonne Kimuma, every Wednesday 9 p.m. on KUTV's News at 9, where your health is our priority.
Tuesday tunakula usiku. Tuachane na break kwanza, tuende lunch. Chapo. Ndio. Kama mokimo.
Rasha piga shada kuna giza. Sikinai tujinai siweke story. Kata maji pia shada liko nasio nikosa mtupo si stress. Kama rende kisha basi nipe. Najua ni
Mama, big up, brother, ukiwa adriva, big up, sis, big up, shows, mama, big up, oya, wase wote, okay, my principal, big up. Whatever me say no, I know, I know, dancing me shika mashinani, kila choche kila mtaani.
You are watching Weekend Live with Mutegi K. Martin. Welcome back, and remember this live broadcast is streaming live on YouTube at KUTV News Kenya. That's on YouTube, and a live conversation happening on X at KUTV_Kenya. We move to the US, where the President-elect Donald Trump is promising to reverse Biden's administration's efforts to fight climate change and says he will grow the U.S. economy by drilling for more oil. VOA correspondent Scott Stearns has the story.
Donald Trump campaigned on boosting U.S. fossil fuels.
We will quickly become energy independent, and we will frack, and drill, baby, drill. We're going to drill, baby, drill, and frack.
Joe Biden's administration invested in building out the nation's electric vehicle charging network and worked with congressional Democrats to create a national service program on climate change as part of what Biden called a Green New Deal. Trump says that's a Green New Scam that he will end, along with electric vehicle subsidies and tougher gasoline engine emission standards. In his first term, Trump withdrew from an international climate treaty.
The Paris Climate Accord is simply the latest example of Washington entering into an agreement that disadvantages the United States.
Trump supporters in Congress say his commitment to oil and natural gas in a second term positions U.S. producers to capitalize on growing global energy demands without the limits of climate deals. Those changes may have less of an impact than they would have 10 years ago, says energy analyst Zara Ahmed.
The president has broad power to repeal through the regulatory process proposed and existing regulations, including for things like power plant emissions of methane, for vehicle emissions as well. However, at the same time, consumers can choose to purchase a low emissions vehicle. States can choose to enact their own regulations about emissions, as we see California do. So again, I think while the federal government is an incredibly powerful tool, that doesn't mean that we're at the end of climate action in the U.S.
The new administration has many reasons to remain engaged on renewable energy.
Most of those battery factories are built out in states with Republican governors, and they don't want those factories unplugged from their economies, and they don't want those workers laid off. They want this prosperity to continue.
Industry analysts say Trump's commitment to deregulating American business may end up helping renewable energy by speeding the permitting of new transmission lines. Scott Stearns, VOA News.
And President Joe Biden said Friday that he was blocking the proposed $14.9 billion acquisition of American company U.S. Steel by Japan's Nippon Steel. Analysts said rejection of the deal could hurt relations with Japan, a key ally and trade partner. White House Bureau Chief Patsy Widakuswara reports.
The close to $15 billion acquisition of U.S. Steel by Japan's Nippon Steel would place one of America's largest steel producers under foreign control and create a risk for U.S. national security and critical supply chains, said President Joe Biden in a statement. After publicly opposing it for months, Biden announced Friday he was blocking the deal.
The president took action to block the deal to U.S. Steel U.S. Steel remains a proud American company, American-owned, American-operated by American union steelworkers, and the best in the world.
The White House did not explain how U.S. Steel's acquisition would jeopardize national security. However, the opposition to the deal by the United Steelworkers Union, based in Pennsylvania, a crucial swing state in presidential elections, may have played a role in Biden's decision.
This was clearly a political decision that President Biden had been chewing over for a long time. He is determined to demonstrate that he's going to protect American workers, and particularly in the steel sector.
President-elect Donald Trump, who is set to come to power on January 20th, also opposes the acquisition. Both Nippon Steel and U.S. Steel have vowed to pursue legal action, citing that the U.S. government violated procedures in considering the acquisition. Analysts warn it could damage relations with Japan, a key U.S. ally and trade partner.
Japan is a staunch ally in the Pacific. They have prowess in shipbuilding and in manufacturing, and so we need them, and so allowing them to invest in the United States would make us stronger.
The announcement followed other protectionist moves by the Biden administration. Last year, Biden tripled tariffs on steel imports from China. Patsy Udaguswara, VOA News, Washington.
Welcome back. Let's get into sports news. And Ipswich Town and Fulham has played to a 2-2 draw in an English Premier League match at Craven Cottage. In other matches staged yesterday in Premier League, Arsenal and Brighton played to a 1-1 draw at the Falmer Stadium. Arsenal midfielder Ethan Nwaneri opened the scoring in the 16th minute, but Brighton forward Joao Pedro equalized in the 61st through a penalty kick. And news just coming in. All right, and news just coming in at this particular time is that also the game between Liverpool and Manchester United had just ended a few seconds ago with a 2-2 draw, with goals from Gakpo, Salah in the Liverpool side, and then Martinez and Diallo. Diallo scoring at the 80th minute to save Manchester United face. But I hear Maguire has done something very, very bad towards the end of the match that would have actually put Manchester United ahead. But you know, it's the beautiful game. Anything happens, anything goes. And yeah, it was a pretty interesting match. And that brings us to the end of our conversation tonight. That is the KUTV Weekend Live. And thanks to everyone that has made this bulletin a success, including your dear viewer who has stayed with us to be able to get informed on what's happening in the country and beyond our borders. We take you back to a normal programming at KUTV New Experience, where we get to have educational, entertaining programs that will keep you glued to your screen as you get to have fun while learning a thing or two. Lucy Kiari is a sign language interpreter tonight. My name is Mutegi K. Martin. See you soon. God bless.
In a world where uncertainty rules and opportunities are scarce, it's time to break from the barrier and unlock your full potential.
We must live within our means. We cannot spend money that we don't have.
We will explore the fascinating world of investment, trade secrets, business strategies, and entrepreneurship.
Sasa challenges ziko mingi sana. Parking ya mzigo imekuwa mbaya. Unaweka pesa yako inakataa kurudi.
Whether you're a seasoned investor or just starting out. What you covered with invaluable insights to help you succeed.
Now, this year we have seen a rebound in the economy, which is well above the global average of the 3%.
Join me, Anyango Sylvia, every Sunday and Monday on KUTV News at 9, and let's turn your dreams into reality.